What's up, guys? It has been a minute since I've done a video. Being kind of quiet because my daughter's asleep upstairs. But really, I have no excuse. I've been lazy. I've been having issues with just staying motivated. It's really hot in my garage in Texas, and I think I've probably solved that problem. I've been working a little on the truck, and I've done a terrible job at just getting it on video. But we're back. I think we're back focused. I know a lot of you know my wife, because I've mentioned it before, is a nurse. One of her patients has tested positive for COVID, so we've been on lockdown for about 10 days until we got the confirmation that everything is good, and everything is good. So back to normal life, back to working on the truck, back to being able to go get parts as I need them, which I do. I still need to get a starter bolt to get the starter on right. And mostly I've just been working on the fuel system, and that's what I'm going to show you, kind of what I've done. I may try to see if there is some footage, because I had the camera running at one point when I was taking the old fuel system out, but I may have lost most of that, and it was really dark. So I'm going to show you what I've done and kind of show you where we're going to go from here. Actually, first off, let me show you how I've attempted to make my garage less miserable. I know some people who work in the hotter states will probably get a kick out of this, but it was, in my mind, money well spent. Up here, we have added in an oscillating, just a small fan to help move the air around. And when I say the air, if you look back here, there's a second fan, but behind that fan, we have an AC unit in which I've cut a hole in the garage and put a vent going out to vent the air out. But this is for 500 to 700 square feet. My garage is 540 square feet, so that should be perfect. And it's definitely cooler in here. If anything, it's less humid, and I'm not going to be hopefully drenched in sweat every time I work. But that is kind of like, that's the garage modification. For the people who are, you know, kind of understand where I'm coming from with the whole garage built lifestyle of building everything in your garage, that is a game changer. Being able to work in here for long periods of time without just dying of heat. Right now I want to say it's probably about 75 in here, which isn't great, but it's definitely manageable, and it's way better than 80. So I'll take 75 with low humidity versus 80 with a ton of humidity. What's up, guys? Just under the truck, got the tank out. The camera turned off at some point, but as you can see, we have just opened up a ton of underbed real estate to put that fuel cell. I think the fuel cell is going to go in the bed, and then I'll cut a hole for the sump to come through, so that way the fuel can actually feed down into the pumps. I'm still not sure where I'm going to mount the pumps, if I'm going to build something up under the bed. or I don't know. I have no idea yet. I need to get the fuel cell in and then just kind of go from there. This is really kind of my first time seeing under this thing, like really seeing under it. Check out that sweet sway bar that's not hooked to anything. I was like, oh cool, this truck has a rear sway bar, but it's not attached to anything. There are helper bags in the back somewhere. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. You can't really see anything. I don't even know what I'm pointing at. But anyways, we got the fuel tank out. Pretty happy about that. That's something I've been trying to avoid for a while. So we can start moving on. We managed to get the fuel system plumbed up to the engine. We ditched the factory gas tank in place for this, which still needs to be bolted down and finalized. We put the 20-gallon fuel cell in. You can see down here, there are some fittings which run down to the fuel system, but it's pretty much all hooked up. I just need to strap it down, finish running the last couple lines to it, and just get it locked into place. Let's go under the truck. All right, guys, I'll show you what I'm working with down here. We have our Airdog 150 all mounted up. I welded a plate to the chassis and then bolted this in here. This is the floorboard of the truck. Here's the bed on this side over here. So it's hidden under the frame. No one's gonna see it. Everything is tucked up above the frame rails. That way when the truck lays on the ground with the air ride suspension, we will definitely clear. Yeah, if you see up here, we have the sump from the fuel cell. We have the feed down into the Airdog system. And then over here, we have one that feeds back and it goes up through the bed and back into the tank. That's gonna be the return system for the actual Airdog. But then if you look, I have a smaller line which also goes up, and that's that line that I welded the extra fitting onto the tank for, and that will feed the return from the injectors back up into the tank. So a little bit of progression, not a ton since the last time y'all have seen it, but the system is pretty much done. It's pretty much plumbed up. I just need to finalize strapping down the cell, and we can start moving on and doing the wiring and test fire this thing. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to give y'all like a quick, hopefully maybe 6-minute update video. I don't want to talk too much. I want to try to focus more on the work that's being done on the truck. People have mentioned it and I've definitely noticed it. Sometimes the videos get way too chatty and less productive. So I want to work more on trying to get video footage of everything that's being done and less talking. It's definitely hard to change the way you do things once you get used to it, but I'm going to work on it. But anyways, I just want to give you all an update. We'll be back soon. Next video will probably be all the wiring and stuff going on, just so we can get this truck started. Hopefully the truck will start in the next video. All it needs is the last bit of stuff plumbed on the cell and some fuel added to it and a couple wires, and we should be able to start this thing up in the chassis, hear it run in the chassis, and kind of go through our wiring and figure out what we need and what we don't need from there. So anyways, guys, I hope everybody's doing great. Hopefully everybody's making it through all this craziness. And appreciate y'all guys watching. Like and subscribe to the videos if it's content you're interested in. But that's just the quick update. Y'all guys have a good day.